Hey, welcome back. Today I've got a story that's got everyone talking. Senator Josh Hawley going toe-to-toe with an Allstate executive, live in front of the Senate. If you've ever felt steamrolled by a big insurance company, stick with me. This exchange is wild. So here's how it kicked off. Hawley zeroes in on Allstate's Mr. Fiato with, "You don't have any regrets?" Already you could feel the tension. Fiato fires back with that classic corporate non-apology, "I regret she's unhappy." You know that line, it's like, thanks for nothing.
Thank you very much to both of the witnesses. We'll now have 5-minute rounds of questions. We'll do a couple of rounds here, and I will start. Let me just start with you, Mr. Fiato. So I take it from your statement just now that you don't have any regrets about Ms. Miguel's case. Mr. Keating apologized to Mr. Vertel and promised to work with him to resolve his case. Thank you for that, Mr. Keating. I didn't hear anything to that extent from you, Mr. Fiato. So you think Allstate handled it just fine?
No, I stated in my statement that I regret that Ms. Miguel is unhappy with the.
Yeah, well, that's like saying, I'm sorry you're unhappy, right? That's, I apologize, but I don't apologize. Would you like to apologize to her now? Maybe I just misunderstood her.
I would like to say, is Ms. Miguel here?
You go ahead. I'm sure she's watching.
Hi, Ms. Miguel. I'd like to say, I want to make sure that we get your claim resolved to your satisfaction. And if there's additional information or things that we can do to continue to work with you, we'll do that.
So I noticed that you said in your written testimony, you just repeated it here. Let me make sure I get this right. I'm going to quote you now. "We live and breathe our motto, our customer's worst day needs to be our best." I have to tell you, Mr. Fiato, based on the testimony I've heard today, based on the witness statements I've taken for witnesses, it sounds like to me that it really ought to be amended to say that our customer's worst day is your big profit opportunity. I mean, we've just heard testimony here, sworn testimony from multiple adjusters that your company ordered them to delete or alter damage estimates to reduce payouts and to make you profits. It sounds to me like you're running a system of institutionalized fraud.
Yeah, that would be incorrect, Senator. That's not what we do.
So you have never ordered, Allstate has never asked an adjuster to change an assessment on their report?
When we review an adjuster's estimate, most often for authority requests, so most adjusters have an amount of financial authority that they can settle claims up to without having to.
No, wait a minute. That's not what they testified to. That's not what they just testified to. You just heard sworn testimony from multiple adjusters, and they said it happened. One adjuster had only ever worked for you over years in the industry, and he said he was repeatedly directed by you, by your company, Allstate, to change factual findings, to delete material in his reports, to alter his reports, to make them factually incorrect, all with the purpose of driving down the award and padding your profits.
I disagree with his statement.
Well, you know, I have to notice that, I mean, your profits have never been better. I mean, they're really quite extraordinary. Fiscal year 24, Allstate had $64 billion in revenue. That's 12% above the previous year. You made $4.6 billion in profits. And your CEO, Tom Wilson, last year was paid $26 million. Now, Ms. Miguel can't get her claim paid out, but Tom Wilson, whoever the heck he is, gets $26 million.
Works. Hawley drops receipts, adjusters swearing under oath they were told to delete damage reports, teams created just to slash payouts, and one guy ordered not to buy a roof, no matter what. Allstate's exec, "That's not what we do. Yeah, tell that to the customers still fighting for help." Hawley doesn't let go. He points to the billions Allstate is raking in, the CEO's massive paycheck, and asks, "Where's the help for Miss Miguel?" Still waiting. And then it gets darker. Whistleblowers say they were blacklisted for speaking up. Hawley asks, "Have you retaliated against Mr. Milliken?" The answer? "Not that I'm aware of." Translation, no real answer. Hawley even calls out Allstate's 90s playbook: delay, deny, defend, and hammer the customer if they push back. The exec pleads ignorance, but Hawley's not buying it.
Listen to another piece of testimony from another witness. This is a whistleblower report that has come into us. This person says, "I've dedicated my entire adult life to the claims adjusting world in numerous roles. I worked for Pilot and Allstate for 12 years as an independent adjuster. I work claims all over the country regularly throughout the years, and I have watched the progression and controlling nature of claims worsen progressively. Allstate created an internal review team with the sole purpose of making sure claims were paid as low as possible. Allstate reviewers instructed adjusters to alter and delete factual findings in their estimates to drive down the cost of the claim. The alterations and deletions were often factually wrong. During Hurricane Isaac in 2012, an email was sent out that no adjuster could buy a roof no matter the damage present. This looks like a pattern. This is someone who's not even involved in this case in Hurricane Helene. We've heard from person after person. All this testimony is on the record. It sounds to me like your company is running a racket and you're making more than you ever have. I mean, that's really extraordinary. Do you not have the money to pay people like Ms. Miguel? Why is she not a priority, but Tom Wilson's salary is?
We've paid Ms. Miguel's claim.
No, you didn't. You have given her a paltry sum. Your own adjusters, you said in your testimony just a second ago, you sent out an adjuster. In fact, you sent out 3. And 2 of those adjusters testified just now under oath that your company ordered them to alter their reports against their will, contrary to their advice, and in fact to render them factually inaccurate. That's extraordinary.
I disagree with their statement.
You disagree that's what they said?
I disagree that that's our process.
So they're lying. That's what you're saying.
I can tell you that, for example, Mr. Schroeder wrote 15 estimates for us. None of those were reviewed by Allstate.
I can't believe that this pattern of fraud that you would have nothing to say about and these outrageous profits. I mean, don't you think that your policyholders deserve better than this?
I'm not sure what the question is, Senator.
Don't you think they deserve better than what you're giving them? That's my question.
I think we do our best to service our policyholders every day.
Oh, I think you do your best to make profits, and I think you're very good at it. And I think your policyholders are getting the shaft. Senator Kim.
And then, the moment of truth. Don't you think your policyholders deserve better? Allstate dodges. The message is clear: profit over people. So why does this matter? Because millions trust these companies. If these accusations are true, it means broken promises and real people left in the wreckage. That's why I'm covering this, because none of us should have to fight our insurance for the help we paid for. If this fired you up, hit like, comment below if you've got a story, and don't forget to subscribe. We're not letting this go. Catch you in the next one.